Hello everyone, so finally I can present to you my finished, 99% finished, upgraded and modified Jet JS300. So since the last video I said there'd have to be some further upgrades and modifications to make it, well, better. So here's a quick little clip of things that I've done. So cue the montage. So yes, as you've seen, we have further upgrades. So the first thing you can spot is I've changed the pickup covers and the control knobs to be white. I got some Fender white ones. So now, instead of mismatching, I like the whole white colour against the faded pick guard. It just looks better to me. Anyway, right, so moving on, let's keep to this part. We've got the bridge. So we now have a Wilkinson bridge. So first thing to let you know if you're going to buy one of these Wilkinson bridges is the tremolo arm actually goes all the way in. It goes too low, so you can't actually move it past the controls and the strings. So what I've had to do, and this is what I've seen online, is you have to get a little spring. Say I got mine from a pen. So you take a pen apart, one that's run out of ink, and you can take the spring and you cut it down and you put it inside, and what happens is it should stop it from going all the way to the bottom. Yeah? Whoop. So then you can use it. Okay? So I've put the bridge in. I've got a video on how to fit a bridge. It's a 6-point tremolo bridge. It's got black screws on it, which I thought looked pretty nice and shiny. It says Wilkinson. And for the first time ever, pull the tremolo arm out so it doesn't fall out. For the first time ever, I've tried 4 springs on the back. So with 3 springs, the tremolo bridge was floating and you could pull it back a semitone, which is how I like it when it floats. But I found it was a bit too light. You could easily breathe on it and it would move. So what I've done is I've tried a 4-spring setup. So it's flush back to the body, but you could only move it forwards. There's a bit of pressure, but it's a lot better than the original block. And I've got the option, if I want to go back to floating, because I've never done this before, I'll try it, is I just take a spring out and I have 3 in there and it's just back to the way it was. So thought we'd try that. So that's that, the bridge. It's had a new socket Not the metal surrounding piece, just inside the actual socket. It's I think it's called Pure Tone, and it's got 2 contact points that pins are on, so you can't pull the cable out. It's pretty good. I've got one for my 50s Strat, Classic Series Strat, and I've also got one for my 68 reissue white Strat on order coming. So that's that. We've got the bridge, we've got the springs, we've got this new jack socket. The switch was already done, that's a Fender 5-way. I've left the pots. So these are small pots, right? But they work. They feel good. When you turn the volume down, the volume goes down. You know, it's quite good. So I've left them. The pickups are Fender vintage style pickups. I've done the pickup heights to how I like them. Obviously higher on the bridge. What else we got? Oh, the wiring. So the bridge pickup and middle pickup now go to this tone control. Okay, so I can control the tone of the bridge. That was important. And we've got left-handed strap locks, i.e. they're on this side of the guitar now. That was done before previously, so I did that before, that's fine. New things. Oh, so at this end we now have a Tusk XL left-handed nut, okay? Because I originally bought right-handed nut, which was my fault. I bought the wrong one. So now, I'll tune that up in a minute. So now I've got the left-handed nut, so that's miles better. And then we also have Vanson locking tuners. They look vintage as well. These are brilliant. So originally I had Geica ones, and literally with the Geica tuners, same as the original Jet tuners, if you moved it, nothing happened. But these are instant. Can you hear? That's better. Where I live, it's 30 degrees in the living room, so the humidity goes up and down, so the guitar goes out of tune and in tune. We've got the air conditioning on. Well, listen to that now, like not even plugged in. The combination of the lock-in tuners, the new XL nut, the Wilkinson bridge for me is like a big upgrade. And also, well, the bit that I haven't finished, the 1%, it's 99% finished, is the string tree. The string tree is still the original, and when I use the string tree and you use the whammy bar, it doesn't, the strings get caught. So I have a Tusk, you know, the Graph Tech one coming, but that's on order, that's not here yet, but I don't need that. The rake angle is such that the string doesn't pop out of the nut. You get a rattle, like on the A string, you can hear it rattling, but all you have to do is get one of those Guthrie Govan, you know, headband things on here. But I've got the Graph Tech tree coming, so it's not the end of the world. We're good for now, but use the whammy bar, stays in tune. So happy now. And final upgrade, which I haven't ever done, and I'm taking the opportunity because this is like my standard tuning guitar. I've decided to go for size 9 strings. So usually I play 10s, D'Addario 10 to, was it 52? Or was it 46? I can't remember the gauges. I'm not one of those guys that can tell you every single size of string. I just know that I use a set of 10s on my other guitars, and on this one I've tried a set of 9s. And it's because with the 10s and the old setup, the old bridge, it just felt tight when you... This is my standard tuning guitar, so my other guitars will be in E flat, because that's what I play the most of my own songs in. But when I'm covering or playing songs in standard tuning, my plan is to use this guitar. That's the plan anyway. So I found with 9s, the guitar came alive. So I'm totally happy. I thought I'd try 9s, and so far I'm liking them on this guitar. I wouldn't put 9s on my other guitars. It's more of a... It just feels better on this guitar being in standard tuning. On the other Strats being in E flat, but using 10s, it feels the same. So, yeah. Everything's happy on this guitar. Anyway, so they're the upgrades, and I can say that they really worked. I've transformed this guitar from the original Jet that I had. So yeah, I like those. So let's just play you some. Let's play you some music basically using this guitar. So enjoy that little bit, and I'll see you in a minute. So here's what I kind of think about my modified Jet, what I've done with it. It's been a bit of a long process because I haven't just put parts on and gone, that's finished, that's it, give an opinion, oh I don't like it so it's bad. I've tried to really spend a lot of time and effort on this guitar because I feel like there was a good guitar there in the beginning, it just needed, you know, the right parts. So off the bat, I still stand by what I said of, from the factory, Jet guitars, this particular one, wasn't very good, okay? You can't just take it out of the box, tune it up and play a gig. Just no, okay? And you won't get that at this price point. This is a very cheap guitar, okay? So it needed basically most of the stuff that aren't wood changing. And that's what I've done. And I can say that it's totally transformed the guitar. This is now a really nice guitar to play. And like I said, I didn't want to just put parts on that I've seen online and then just go, it's finished. Yeah, I spent a few weeks playing this, going over every little bit, and you know, I've tuned it up 1,000 times, detuned it 1,000 times, played the whammy bar a lot, changed. Played with the controls a lot, changed the wiring, the jack socket in and out a lot, testing out with the Strat, like every aspect. Everything I've changed, I've tried to play a lot. I've even, before the final modifications, I even had a gig that I played that you might have seen recently on my channel where I played at a drum school. I was asked to go there, and it was a good test for this, to take it and to see what worked and what needed improving, so that's what I did. After that gig, I found there were, like, especially playing with the 10s and the setup, that's what gave me the confidence to get a set of 9s for the strings. And then the other upgrades, especially the whammy bar. So this Wilkinson trem is really good. So that's what I did. I spent time on it, didn't just throw it together, like I've just said. As a result, you can see my beard and my hair has grown longer. throughout the video. If you watch the first video I've got, up until now, you'll see longer hair and beard. So, yeah. So what do I think? Well, the next steps are I'm going to put this against my #1 Strat, my 50s Classic Series Stratocaster from made in Mexico. So that thing, I'm going to go over the costs in that next video. So I can just give initial impressions after the modifications. I mean, I really like the fact that you can turn the tuning pegs and stuff happens. Not in tune, but yeah. With the fact that you can turn the tuning pegs and things happen, you can move the whammy bar, you can do the volume pots, and you can clean up the guitar. It's really nice, and then you turn up the volume, and it gives you more of a crunchy sound with my particular amp settings. The whole neck feels great. Yeah, so overall I think I've transformed this guitar into something that plays really nice and that I like to play. You know, it's not that I want to just put it down now. I'm always picking it up and playing it. But in terms of anyway, in terms of is it better than a more expensive Fender, I'm going to save those judgments and opinions for when I put them head to head, which should be next. So the next video of this you'll see, hopefully, will be this against my Fender Stratocaster. Anyway, that's it for now. So yes, I very much like this guitar. This is probably going to stay with me now. I'm going to put some more miles on it, and now I'm just going to play you out with another piece of music with it. Okay, so have a nice day and enjoy, like and subscribe.